5 short years, Marvel Studios has become one of the most commercially and critically successful film companies since the beginning of cinema. And I know a lot of people have been worried and skeptical about whether they can keep up momentum with their latest release, Iron Man 3. I'm here to calm those fears. It's a great film, but maybe not in the way you expect. The first word that came to mind after Iron Man 3 was fresh. It feels a lot like Iron Man, but also not, and it's absolutely fantastic. Tony spends a lot of the time during the film out of the armor and faces a lot of demons within and without. This time around, the villain is the Mandarin, so nope, we don't get another giant robot villain, and that's a good thing. Played by Ben Kingsley, a lot of people thought that the Mandarin would be a little dated on the screen, including Iron Man 1 and 2 director Jon Favreau. In the beginning, the Mandarin's plot seems a little thin and contrived, but when it's really revealed what is actually going on, it's fantastic, and my jaw was on the floor. In the sea of a lot of great roles, Sir Ben Kingsley really stands out here. The other new addition to the cast is Guy Pearce. Now, Guy Pearce in interviews has said that he wasn't actually kind of a part of the film, he was kind of in a very small role, but his character, Aldrich Killian, is in the movie throughout, and he plays almost the antithesis of Tony Stark perfectly. In a way that Tony plays off kind of being fake, but is really genuine at heart, Aldrich is the complete opposite. He tries to be charming and suave, but really he's just fake, and for some reason his hair seems even faker. It's absolutely great, and he plays a wonderful role. Returning to the film, we also have Don Cheadle and Gwyneth Paltrow as James Rhodey Rhodes and Pepper Potts respectively. It's kind of a shame because there is a lot going on in the film, you know, Tony being Iron Man, Tony not being Iron Man, the whole Mandarin plot, the whole Aldrich Killian thing, and it's a shame that they don't really get to do a lot. They don't really feel elevated above their roles in past films. The other sad part of Iron Man 3 is Rebecca Hall's role as Maya Hansen. She plays it great, but the problem is Maya is really underused. For someone who is so instrumental in the comic book lore and should really be instrumental in the film, she kind of is in the beginning and then she appears again and she's almost a plot device, so it really threw me off and it just didn't make me care about the character at all. So we mentioned that Jon Favreau directed Iron Man 1 and 2. We do have a new director this time around, Shane Black, who wrote and directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, as well as writing Lethal Weapon, which is crazy to think because that was like 20 years ago. But he does bring a really new, fresh take to this series, which is exactly what it needed, and I think what made it as great as it was. So to sum it all up, we have some absolutely breathtaking performances. We have a really kind of unique story you would never expect in a superhero film. It's really not about the superhero aspect, it's about the man behind the machine. And we have some breathtaking visuals. I mean, the final act even rivals the final act of Avengers. It's just that great. So, on the infamous Pretentious Film Majors 5-star scale, I give Iron Man 3 a 4.5 out of 5. If you want more on Iron Man 3, including our discussion review and a spoiler discussion done by the nerds, check back here on the YouTube channel and our Facebook page.